Welcome to the loop.
Should be good to go now.
Can you hear us now? Kuipers,
We're
okay.
We're with Verizon. Good.
It's always difficult. Well, I don't hear myself in my mic or something.
Something just happened there. We lost our chat. The ship's going down.
Oh, no.
What did you say about putting this back together?
It's great coming back from a different setup.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's fine. Yeah, Trevor does kind of look like Breaking Bad Trevor.
What's my name?
Jolliver said now, so I think that we have audio. I think that
good.
was him saying now we can. Maybe.
What are you
doing, Kuipers?
It's crooked.
Oh.
It's crooked.
Well, we're
Oh.
Oh, yeah, it definitely
oh, man.
Yeah.
There.
Oh.
Yay!
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're good now. Maybe.
Welcome, everyone, to The Loop, where we are all rested up after a long extra live stream. We got that extra hour from Daylight Savings.
I thought that
was
extra
nice.
hour was going to help me. I feel like it messed me up even more. I don't know
Audio
why.
and videos out of sync. Well,
That's because it's a hipster.
we're trying to make it cool again.
Yeah. Like Godzilla.
We'll just hide our mouths like this
That's
and
why-
speak like this.
That's why I have a beard. So Kyle, don't let him see your mouth move. Just
Yeah.
talk,
Okay.
okay?
And make no sudden movements.
Just act, and it's
I
fine.
will not react to anything.
Look at that.
This is very normal.
Look at
Can
how we
very
fixed it.
stoically fix
Here.
it.
It's so perfect now.
We
You
fixed
can't
it.
tell at all.
Yeah, welcome everyone to The Loop. I do have a beard. Irrelevant Native says I don't have a beard.
You can't show it because then they'll see the out of sync loop.
Yeah, anyways, I did remove my beard for No Shave November, and now I regret it. So there's that.
So you shaved for No Shave November?
Yeah,
That's the
how-
tradition. You shave at the beginning.
at
and
the
then
beginning,
Yeah.
and then you see how long it grows.
That's
for
kind of
the
how
month- for
that's
the
kind of
month
how the game
November.
works.
But anyways, I'm in a competition at the workplace, and
You won last year,
I
didn't
won
you?
last year, so I have a reputation to uphold.
But you didn't shave it down to this.
No. So I was trying to give everybody a head start, and I did it later. I did it on
Like
the
4
4th
days.
instead of the 1st. So, I'm just thinking about others.
You're a giver.
Thank you.
It's very nice
I
of
got
you.
too much hair, so I'm gonna go with the Irish look now because
Was it Irish or Amish?
Amish. I meant to say.
I was gonna say.
I think I've seen like Irish.
Well, sure. I mean, there could be.
You've seen
but-
an Irish person?
Yeah.
Good job.
I've seen an
Good
Irish
job.
person.
I think I've seen an Irish person.
Oh wow! We're so out of the loop, but hopefully we resign.
No one is resigned.
Refined. Wait, what? Why is Jeremy? You don't have your glasses on. Is that okay?
They were bugging me. I
Oh,
took them
okay.
off.
Are your eyes? Are your
You're
eyes
gonna have to
failing
start
you?
getting used to it, though.
I know you're getting contacts, aren't you?
That's the plan.
man.
It's not.
I don't-
I'm not sold yet.
I
but
can't live in this world where Eric doesn't have a beard and Jeremy has contacts.
Contact. It'll be only in one eye.
It doesn't matter.
It matters to me.
as far as I can tell, it's contacts because both eyes
How
can
do you-
see.
Okay.
It's just don't
Don't
fight me.
Nope, I'm not. Not gonna
Teddy,
play your semantics
Community
game.
Teddy, it's good to have you in the chat. No, I don't think we celebrate that in the tub.
Yep.
I mean,
Well,
some of
no,
us
actually-
might. Some of us might. I don't know. But it's it's anyway. Dom, welcome to the chat. It is true. You've been gone for a while.
Yeah, welcome back.
Oh, you can watch now. What changed? Did you lose your job? Are you no longer dating
Jeremy
the
can't
woman that you
read.
used to date on Wednesdays?
Jeremy can't read because he doesn't have his glasses on. He said, "I'm back. I've been moving, so I can watch now."
Okay.
There you
So
go.
he was moving. It wasn't a girlfriend or
maybe his job.
a job.
Maybe his job was on the road.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Yep, it was his job and his girlfriend. You're right. Good job.
No.
I
You don't
mean,
even know if Dom's a he.
I'm sure some of us might have a nut allergy, so we just, we
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
eat
There are
nuts and
there
ever,
are-
right?
Not
None of
generally,
those
no.
allowed in the tub.
Do you have a nut allergy, Trevor?
No.
Oh,
But
Kuipers, you seem like you'd have a nut allergy.
kind of take offense to that, actually.
Sorry. No nut allergy from you.
No nut allergy from me.
Do you have any allergies,
Hey,
Kuipers?
Kuipers.
Cats.
So we
Cats?
Ooh.
Yeah.
So we need to catch up a little bit because we did reach our stretch goal on Extra Life, and you got to make that Twitter or
Yeah.
Tinder account.
Tinder.
Yeah, I kind of thought that's more of a Tubcast thing.
I
than
know,
here,
but I just want to check in
We
a
just
little
want to
bit
check
briefly.
in today.
Have you gotten any? Been getting some swipes or anything?
Have I been getting swipes in? Yes.
Okay.
Have I get-
Ooh.
have I been getting swipes in return? No.
Oh.
Like zero?
Yeah.
Oh.
You
Wait,
know,
so you
it's
mean-
because it's a
well-
big app. There's a lot of guys.
Big
on it.
app.
I think there have been some of like the bot accounts have actually swiped right, but
Oh yeah. Them
So
bots.
you're saying that you have gotten notifications that people have swiped you, but not people that you have swiped.
correct.
Okay.
Well, just keep swiping.
Yeah, it could just be,
Just keep
that
swiping,
there's a
just-
different
yeah.
type of lady that likes your look than you like theirs. Maybe you need to switch to brunettes or redheads or something,
Maybe.
Yeah.
Sure, Jeremy.
or just all the above.
That's it.
I think you have the best chance of getting a response if you swipe on every single one.
Yeah, have you been swiping on them all, or have you been kind of picky?
I've been swiping as I see fit.
That's
okay.
the right answer. Don't
I think you should give us your phone and let us swipe for you.
I think that's a terrible idea.
I tell you what, we won't do it based on pictures,
Can
just
we-
content.
can we hook up his phone to a projection so that we can all see it
That'd be nice.
on the TV in front of us?
projection.
These are not part of the agreements, guys.
we have a thing, and then everybody votes left
Yeah.
or right.
Left or right?
Yeah, they vote.
Can
on
we
them.
do it like just 5 a week? See what happens? No?
There's probably something.
These were not part
Immoral
of the terms
about-
of.
I thought the terms of the condition were that we were going to get you a date
Yeah.
through Tinder.
This was never part of the agreement.
I could have like, hey guys, look, I'm Don King.
He's holding this stupid beard over his
My
head.
goodness.
I hope you guys are young enough to remember Don King.
I think that it's a lot darker on the underside of the beard. It looks a little more like the is it Munsters or
I'm
the-
thinking grayscale Oompa Loompas right now.
I suppose
I don't
that
know.
would
Did
work.
they kind of have the
What's
spiky
the-
hair?
I think it's the Munsters. The mom on the Munsters. It kind of looked like that.
Mutiny Teddy says, I thought that only girls could decide which guy they respond to after you swiped them, and guys could only swipe to like but not respond. I've never used Tinder.
I've
I
never
have
used
no clue.
Tinder.
Yeah, no idea.
I don't know.
I've barely used Tinder.
Yeah, we'll have to ask Nathan tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Join us for the Tubcast tomorrow if you would be interested in that. No, this is the Loop, and it's a talk show about video games. We might
Yes.
seem a little bit seasick, but that's just because we are getting our
Sea legs.
land shoes back. I mean, our
Right.
sea legs back. But I'd like to, if we got a couple other things we want to talk about, and before we get into Red Dead, because I feel like This is going to be a Red
This
Dead
is the
heavy
Red Dead
episode.
special.
Yeah, this will be.
So if there's anything that you guys would like to get off your chest, any smaller games or anything else you've been doing that it does not involve Red Dead, I think now would be a good time to discuss.
Dom did throw in there. Have you guys heard that added keyboard and mouse support on Xbox?
Yes.
Is that
when
is
X?
Is that full release or is that just a beta?
I thought we announced it a couple
We
weeks
talked
ago.
about it.
I
a
think
couple
we
weeks
mentioned
ago, yeah.
that it was rumored. It sounds like it's it's more confirmed now because there's supposed to be the
Yeah.
showcase coming up soon. When is that?
The XO18.
Yeah, the XO18.
I know that's coming up soon. But I think I don't know that it might have been in their beta program. That could be, and I think from what I understand, it's going to be left up to the developers whether their games will support mouse and keyboard.
Right.
Which is good because I just feel like that just really makes some games unfair if there's going to be people out there playing with mouse and keyboard.
Any Twitch-based shooter is going to be.
Yeah, you're just
owned
kind
by
of
the,
screwed. But anyways, Teddy says, "Can we talk about Destiny or Mass Effect 1?" We could talk about Mass Effect 1
Or any Vita game.
Mass Effect is a really good game that we all love. I have fond memories of it.
I mean, the last one or two. Or,
No, the first one.
The first one's
and
definitely,
The second
absolutely.
one was amazing.
Yeah.
The second one might be the best. The third one is okay, but man, Andromeda. Now that's some garbage.
Andromeda was
hot
fun.
garbage.
It's pretty
Did you?
rough.
None of you played it, did you?
I beat it.
I
Oh,
played
you
it.
did?
Yeah. So
I don't
It
know if I
wasn't
beat
bad.
it.
It was.
I
it
probably
was
put
okay.
20 hours
it was
into
pretty
it.
bad.
It was okay.
I don't know.
You beat it, so it wasn't bad.
I've beaten a
obviously.
lot of bad games. Have you heard of The Quiet Man? So
you
The
beat it?
Quiet
Did you
Man.
finish it?
No, but I almost did. I played The Quiet Man in Extra Life, and I gotta say, if you didn't watch that, go to YouTube and watch it because
It's just like playing the game if you watch it.
it is. Except there's talking because we talk.
Yeah,
that's true.
We're like, this game is so stupid.
Yeah.
Why can't we hear this? This acting is so terrible.
Did we ever figure out if the audio turns on the second playthrough?
I don't. Trevor said it did.
I think
so I don't.
I heard somewhere, and I don't know if it's true at all.
I'm glad now that we have
I heard
computers in
somewhere.
front of us that we're checking.
You check. I don't care that much.
I feel it. No, I honestly thought about it. I was thinking about it a lot today, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm fascinated, but just morbidly curious, really, about that game, and in a way that I'm like, I kind of want to play it just to get through it, and then start it up again and see if that is true.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
you shouldn't have that much more to
I
finish.
know. I might just stream the end of it so people could see it. It is just crazy though that it leaves you completely out, even though the character seemingly understands
And
what
it's
the
weird
other
'cause he's
people
able to
are saying
communicate.
to it, and then he acknowledges what they're saying as if he completely gets it, and they don't give you any subtitles at all.
Because that's what it would make sense if he was also deprived of the communication ability.
Well, that's the thing,
but
though.
he's not though.
The,
so it's just dumb.
The whatever developer,
Square Enix.
artist, whatever. The
creator.
The
of the
creator.
I can't remember what it's called.
His big he had this big thing that he wrote up about why it was silent, and his whole argument was the fact that now you know what it's like for someone who can't hear, and I'm like,
I know.
but the guy understands, so obviously he has it's nothing to do
Gosh.
like that.
Also, gosh, I wish I was deaf so I could just beat everybody up and have ridiculous fighting abilities.
I don't think that comes naturally with the
Yeah,
deaf.
I don't
okay,
think so.
then I don't know what it's like to be deaf.
Yeah.
Just know what it's like to play a stupid
Yeah,
game.
it sounds like even deaf gamers are
upset
about
about it.
this
Yeah, I
game.
saw some of that too.
Yeah, it doesn't look like I can't find anything that says that there's. I mean, it sounds like there's a way you can play it with sound, but I mean, I don't know if it's really worth your while.
Teddy says he could lip read, and
Yeah.
we understood that. But
Yeah.
the problem is
We can't.
We
He
can't
can-
lip read, and
yeah.
there's no subtitles to tell us what he's listening to. So you're just completely. You're
So
like
you're not
Yeah.
experiencing it like the character, which is what the argument of the artist was.
So you're
Yeah.
like another degree of separation from the actual plot of the game. Like there were times where it had to have been close to 7 to 10 minutes of cutscenes where it was
Yeah.
just two people talking with no volume.
Yeah.
And we had
It's
no
like,
idea.
I
what
have
was
no
going
idea
on.
what's happening in
And
this
it's-
story.
If somebody was clever enough, you could easily convey a lot of feelings through, good cinematography.
Yeah, but
good
there was none of
acting.
that either.
But yeah,
good
there was
me.
none of that.
There was
It was
plenty
like-
of cinematography.
Yeah.
There was no good cinematography.
No, there was no good cinematography, and somebody clever could have done it well, but they didn't. They weren't clever about it at all. They were just like, let's make a dumb drama, and
it's-
then just take the voices out.
Yeah, it seemed like when they realized it was really bad, they're like, "What if we made it artsy? We'll take the sound off,
Yeah.
and then people will appreciate it." I
Yeah.
think that's what happened.
Mutiny Teddy says maybe you should learn to lip read and stop blaming the game.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
That's a fair argument, and I apologize.
That's a pretty
that we-
easy thing to
Yeah.
learn.
Mutiny Teddy, I've missed you. We are so glad that you're back.
It's an intriguing thing, and I think I'm gonna finish it up maybe someday. But there's some
Sunday,
other-
you heard
no, I
it.
said
Sunday.
someday.
He said Sunday.
But there's a lot of other games out there that are, have our attention.
There's just one game.
I haven't
need to
played
play a
anything
new game
else.
come Friday.
Friday.
No one cares.
Are
I
you talking
know.
about?
No one
Are you talking about Hitman?
I'm
Yeah.
excited
Hitman
about that
isn't out
game,
till
but I don't care.
Tuesday. What are you talking about?
It's Friday.
No, it's
The
not.
13th.
If you
The 13th
if you
is-
pre-order.
What do you mean? If you pre-order, you get it free?
Oh.
No,
I mean, you
think
get it early.
Yeah,
Why would anyone not pre-order then? That's just like getting the game earlier.
exactly.
Wait, if you pre-order, they give it to you. No, you
Did
got to
you know-
pay more, right?
Did you know that if you
gotta pay
Did
more.
you know that if you have that $10 thing from whoever the developer of Battlefield is, you get to start playing it this Friday too, up to 10 hours.
Yeah, that's normal from EA. They do that all the
Yeah.
time.
So you can
But
play that.
I'm
I'm pretty sure I'll have to look.
I don't think that you get it early without paying more. That wouldn't make any sense at all. Like, oh, if you
Yeah.
pre-order our game, you get to play it early. That's the weirdest incentive
Maybe
ever.
it is
like,
if you pay more.
I'm sure it's you if you pay more.
Which
I'm
means
not
Jeremy
gonna
paid
pay
more without paying attention.
I
before-
mean, I'm fine with it. But
Before it goes
I
away,
wanna
wanna
play it, but
acknowledge-
what are you guys saying? You're talking about stuff without telling us what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
what are you talking about?
Trevor?
I was
Read it then.
fine. The Irrelevant Knave we just had a nice little comment. Nice big comment here. He said, "Getting sentimental for a second here, but honestly, you guys are great. I do always tune in, but you
So
guys
don't always. I think it don't.
I don't always tune in. Yeah, sorry. I don't always tune in, but you guys are great. Love the shows. Interacting with you dudes via chat here on Twitch or on Twitter is always great. Love seeing the notifications of you guys engaging me on Twitter. Much love.
Aw.
I got to go now. But
Oh,
have a
thanks.
great show. Yeah,
Thanks for
thank
hanging
you.
out.
Thank you.
Relevant. We'll see you later.
Yeah. Tell your friends. Tell your mom.
We won't feel bad that you left. It's
Yeah.
we'll
Trevor
just cry a
picture.
little bit.
Yeah.
No, it's it is so if you did you guys anybody find out about Hitman, Jeremy?
Oh,
Did you
I didn't
figure it
pay
out?
it. I
I
didn't.
thought Jeremy was looking it up. All right, it
No,
doesn't matter, I
wasn't.
guess.
I wasn't that interested in knowing.
Why?
I
But
just
it's
thought it was this
Hitman.
Friday. Maybe I was preemptively thinking it was sooner than it was.
That's why you
I don't know. It's taking forever for anything to load here.
play Hitman early. See what comes up. I don't know what it might be. The I'll look it up while I talk.
Sure.
Try.
So,
Yeah,
anyways,
talk.
Jeremy's excited about Hitman.
I am.
I'm excited. The multiplayer looks kind of cool too.
The sniper mode or whatever it is.
No, there's like a one where you can like you're on the same map, but it's kind of in different realms. But you can affect each other like using these ghost coins,
Oh,
where you
okay.
can mess each other up, and you're supposed to kill the same guy, and so you have to do it quietly too and stuff. I don't know. It looks really interesting. So.
As any, I was, you know what?
I did find it November 9th for those who pre-order the gold edition or the
Okay.
collector's edition.
So it is
there
the
you
gold
go. So it is
edition.
extra.
So
Well, there you go.
yeah,
There
that's
you
a
go.
that's a lot. You didn't buy that one, did you, Jeremy?
I have no idea.
The gold edition is 99 and the collector's edition is 149.
Wow. Collector's
Whoa,
edition
I
is
thought-
really expensive. What's in it? That's like 50 extra bucks from the other one, which is like 90
I don't
extra
know.
bucks from the main game.
It's
so.
a digital game, sniper assassin mode, executive pack, which includes additional pistol and briefcase, plus expansion 1, which brings a new location with new missions, sniper map, outfit, and weapons.
It's more than the cost of the
Plus,
original game.
Early access to expansion 2, which adds a new location, new missions, outfits, weapons, and sniper map. Plus, collector's pack, which contains a concussive rubber duck and new suit. It also includes physical goodies like a replica Agent 47 gun case, a bullet key ring, a rubber ducky, and a signature coin.
Okay, I want to see what this gun case looks like. That's
But you've already pre-ordered,
Crazy.
Jeremy.
yeah, of course I did because I had a coupon thingy, not a coupon thing, but a gift card. I used
He's
it.
clipping coops.
Yeah. So is it? Did
did
you
the
say
same thing with Red
Did you
Dead.
say it comes with a season pass?
That's what it sounds like. It
Okay.
gives you, or
It said
it gives you
Expansion. They don't call it
expansion.
season pass.
It gives you expansion 1 and then early access. Expansion 2. Oh, that's right. The early access. So yeah, it gives you the 2 expansions. If you're buying the gold or the collectors.
Yeah. So the
Probably worth it for the 2 expansions for gold. Not the collectors though.
yeah, I'll probably just play the normal
Yeah.
$60 version, and
Yeah.
and
And if
Yep.
you like the expansions when they come out, you'll pay the $30 for
might.
that or
We'll
whatever.
see.
Yeah. We'll see.
Anybody? Weirdly, I was playing a little bit of Civ 6 recently, which just
Really?
was random.
On the Switch?
No, on iPad and phone because it came out on the phone.
Oh, is
And,
it good?
And it's a dumbed down version of it, but it seems like it's pretty much the whole game. Like it's all
Nice.
there,
Huh,
kind
I
of.
might have
And
to
so,
do that.
Yeah, so it's a good I don't know, palate cleanser or just zone out kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love Civ games. and
Watching Netflix game.
Yeah.
I played a few more missions on, or not missions, but a few more levels on Pool Panic last night because Xbox was down and wouldn't let anyone into games that they.
I don't know what you
downloaded.
guys, why you were having a problem with it.
I think you were in before it locked it down because I couldn't load any of my games. It kept saying there's a problem retrieving this information,
that sucks.
and it was all over Twitter. It took them like 3 hours to fix.
Did they get it fixed
So-
last night?
Yeah, at like 11, and I was
you were
like,
probably like, yeah.
I'm going to
I gotta
bed.
sleep.
I don't care, and I'm angry.
You weren't watching election news coverage instead?
No.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's so exciting.
Were you watching
watching-
election
No,
news?
of course not.
I was gonna say,
Asking.
could you get?
I mean,
did
I
you-
checked it at like 11:30 to see.
Were
who
you
won,
trying
but
to? Were you trying to play it all last night, Jeremy, or
No,
would you?
no, I wasn't.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
needed a day away.
from what?
Video games.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it happens once in a while.
No, it was something that Xbox. It was funny because their Xbox Up page, whatever they've got it called, their support page that shows you what their systems are set at. They said that there were problems with the store, but then you go further down, it said games are behaving fine, and everybody on Twitter in the responses to them saying that there was an issue were like, yeah, so you're straight up lying because it would launch up like the opening page that it
Doesn't
does.
mean they're lying. It
Well,
just
no,
means
but I mean,
that
like,
they,
it's inaccurate
on their end,
information,
it was acting.
It's because all
normally.
digital games check in with the store to see if you actually own it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
which was causing the problem. But it was funny because it was like the green line there saying games are behaving normally, and everybody's like, I can't play a game that was bought through this, so this really sucks.
Yeah, Trevi, I would not have let in the chat. He mentions that the episodic nature of the last Hitman detoured him. That is
Oh, it was so good.
that
though.
was not a reason to be deterred by at all.
Yeah.
I mean,
In fact, it's still playable if you just want to buy the entire thing
Yeah.
at a steep
That's
discount
what
now.
I just bought it for the full. I mean, the full price for the season pass was the $60 that you'd pay
Yeah, it
for
was
a
the
full
same price
game.
as the game. You just
So
played it over the
was
course
just
of
that
the
you
year.
would get it when it released, which actually brought you back to the game throughout the course of the year and was actually, I thought, a successful way to do it.
Well, and then they introduced the elusive targets in that game, and those were really cool just because it was just so tense and stuff. I'd
Yeah.
only ended up doing like one of them, but it
They
was super
they're
cool, though.
looping them, so they're going back. They've gone
Yeah.
back through them, I think, at least twice now.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're still limited. And
all right. Any other games? Because we're eating up time here. Are we about ready to cowboy talk? Any other games? Nobody. Nobody other
Going
games.
once,
Okay.
going twice.
I want to start this off by saying we are not going to be talking about the story at all.
No.
We are not going to be talking about plot points in the
Nope.
story or locations that are not available at the beginning of the game or anything that's hidden behind like story progression.
Yep.
We're not going to be talking
no Easter eggs either.
about
Hidden spots.
Yeah, no hidden
Yeah,
stuff.
nothing,
No,
yeah.
like because the problem when we start talking about that, it's cool that we find it, but
It's
it's
cool to
cooler when you
find it
discover it
naturally,
yourself.
yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I think like
Yeah.
when there's things that I've run across that I'm like, oh, I want to tweet a picture of this. I just take a screenshot, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that because I'm going to feel bad for the person in my, that follows me and sees that, and it's ruined for them.
Well, I mean, case in point, I knew that there was something in a gun shop because of the Extra Life stream.
oh,
Then I was like,
yeah.
I came across, I was wandering through the town, and then I was like, oh yeah, I never saw what ended up happening there, and let's see if it'll and
You
it
know,
let me in.
You
And
just reminded me because I forgot about that. Thanks, Kyle.
Gosh, Kyle.
Well,
I
I'm-
still haven't done that part.
well, that's
Oh.
because you are so far away from that town.
It's right in the middle of the map.
Oh, but I mean, I doubt you're playing and spending time there.
I don't know. My character is there right now.
So there's it really uses the map well. It does.
Oh, yeah.
It sends you back and forth a lot. Almost at
man.
this point where I'm just like, I'm kind of getting tired of having to go back and forth sometimes because I'm just like the whole conversation we had early on about the gears showing like it's
Are
not
you
bad.
Are you using the speed travel at all?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like yeah, but the problem is like
Problem is you can't speed travel back to your camp.
I mean, well, you mean fast travel,
Oh, the
right?
fast
I still
travel,
haven't
yeah.
figured
There's
out.
fast travel that you can go from your camp to other places, but then there's also like you can get train tickets or get
Yeah, but those only go to major cities, whereas
Yeah.
the fast travel you can go to any
like
distinguishable location you've already been to.
Right. But then there's also the cinematic mode, which you can at least like.
I hate that mode.
Why?
stand it.
What is wrong with
Why would you not use
Wait,
it?
hang on. No, stop. He hates music and games too. So
No, it's great because you can turn it on, set your controller down, and eat some ice cream or something.
Yeah, except for when they have the little cutscenes or the little things where the guys ambush you at an intersection, and you're like, ah,
you just
and you're
stand
dead
ready
by the
then.
time you get back to it.
Oh, I've only had
It's
that happen
happened.
like one time to me.
Well,
and
see,
that
it's
didn't-
happened.
It didn't matter though. It wasn't that big a deal. It happens so rarely because I use it all the time.
I also enjoy hunting along my travels,
Hmm.
so maybe that's another reason why I like stopping
It-
and hunting animals as I see
Yeah.
them.
Yeah,
I
that's. I've not been using the fast travel at all.
And
just
running
because
over foxes and rabbits with my horse.
I still
Oh,
haven't.
gosh,
I bought the fast travel map, and is it supposed to be like right over his bed?
It's
It changes
I
depending
think
on
it's
which
around
camp
the
you're in.
Cab,
It's-
the wagon
But it's
thing.
in your
It's around the wagon, right?
it's in your
Yeah.
tent
It's like
area.
on the back side of your bed.
Yeah.
Okay. I still haven't. I was like, oh, cool. I bought that, and then I haven't seen it. So
I just couldn't imagine. Like, I mean, I have done a lot of manual like travel, but I just mashing that button on the horse drives.
Oh,
me
yeah.
nuts! Oh my gosh, it's the worst. My thumb is sore, and I'm done.
But see, maybe it's
guess I've
because I
gotten
don't
used to it.
just go point to point. I'll go, okay, I'm headed that direction, so I look at the map and try to make sure that
No, I do that, but this towards the
still-
end, like I think I'm like 70% into
Yeah.
the story. It's so spread out that like, oh, go all the way up here and then go all the way
There
down
is a
here
lot of
and then
that.
go all the way up, and I'm just like,
are you pre-epilogue?
yeah. What do you
Why?
mean? Why are you?
No, that's not
asking
saying
that.
it out because you said you're like 70% through. I'm just curious where you thought that was.
where it says 70% when you go to the game and look at it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to, because if we discuss that, we discuss how many chapters there are, and then people are going to know how close they are to the end of the game, and I don't want to do that.
No,
either.
I didn't want to. Yeah.
So, but now that you said that, I know where the epilogue is. Thanks for ruining it for me. Anyways,
What? How do you know where it is? It's
because I'm not that far
place.
from behind you, so I know what order in the story it is now. I know like how many chapters there are because you said that. So it doesn't matter. Just move on. Anyways, go ahead. I mean, where do you guys want to start with this? I mean, I know Trevor had a lot of stories he wanted to talk about and stuff like that, but I don't know.
How many times do horses hit trees?
Just so many times.
I'm recording every time I do it, and I'm going to make a montage of
Yes.
it.
Are you
So,
really?
Yeah.
I should be.
That's
doing
If
that.
you look
amazing.
at my feed, it's all videos of my horse ramming into a tree. Like,
Honestly, that is the most annoying part of the early gameplay for me. Once you get your horse to trust you fairly well, it's less frequent, obviously. But horses aren't dumb enough to run into trees.
If you're pulling on that thing that tells them
Well,
that they're going to the
They're
side,
not gonna.
most of
They're
the
gonna
time-
stop. They're not gonna run, and they're gonna rear. They're not gonna run
Most
into
of the
a tree.
time, my problem is when I run into. I think it's like it'll like automatically try and avoid a rock, and it'll like I'll be fighting it a little bit because I'm just like, no, I want to go here, and it'll just like,
Yeah.
and then I'll just right.
And
into
then
a
you'll
tree.
go flying.
Ah! I did one today though. I was running at, there was a log that was on the ground, and I was like, oh, let's jump over this. And he didn't jump. So I smashed and went flying forward over the thing. Oh, man.
How many wagons have you taken out with your horse, the same fashion that you would run into a tree?
I've taken a lot of people out on their horses. I've not taken any wagons.
I have taken 2 or 3 wagons out
I took
because
a
the
wagon
horse
out.
will just run into it. And then both of the other horses just collapse the same way that your horse does, and they die. Your horse is still alive, and then all the guys on the wagon decide they're going to shoot you. It happened to me just south of Strawberry, and I was like, hey, I'm doing great getting up to this next mission, and now I've got like $100 bounty because I had to kill all these guys to try to eliminate witnesses, and it didn't work.
It's
and somebody
expensive
still, yeah.
to be an outlaw.
I
So
hit
expensive.
one, and I wish I would have recorded it because I'm fairly sure it was a game glitch because it was a single horse one, right? So one of the littler ones, and I hit the right between the horse and where the jockey was sitting. I guess is the term for that.
The rider.
The rider, and the horse fell over. I fell over. The guy that was riding it died. And then the cart flips up in the air, way up in the air. You know, like you see crazy, car things that happen way up in the air and flips, and then shoots across out into the field, and then stops. And I was just like, "Whoa,
Witchcraft.
yeah." Anyway,
I wanted to talk about one thing, and that was that I love how slow the pace is of the game. I love
it's
how
relaxing.
It's very purposeful, very methodic. I don't know. It's just, it took me a while to get used to because I just came off of Assassin's Creed or Odyssey, which is go fast, kill things, go kill things. Even the stealth is
Despite the fact that game doesn't have a run button,
What do you mean?
What?
It does.
it does.
Assassin's Creed doesn't.
You're just constantly running.
I mean,
Yeah, you're
you're
always
moving,
running,
but there's no way to speed up your pace.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying now.
But just the pacing of it, just
Right.
Because I'll say, the first couple hours of Red Dead, I was a little displeased with it. I didn't think I was gonna like it because I
No,
was
I
like,
100%
oh my
agree
gosh,
with you.
it's
Really?
so slow.
It was
felt-
really
I-
slow at the beginning.
Immediately I was like, this game feels dated and gross, and I
Yeah.
absolutely am so scared that it sucks.
Yeah.
It felt so bad because it felt like GTA, and I was like, GTA is old and outdated at this point. They needed to modernize these controls, and so
Yeah.
I was immediately put off by it. And I got to say, it was so slow. And now that is the one reason I have vowed not to go to another game, because I feel like if I go to another game
It's
and come
gonna
back to
ruin
this, it's gonna feel so slow again. And it's but they do a really good job of just making you like how slow it is.
Yeah,
like
they bring you into
I
that.
guess
and it
I
is-
guess I anticipated it happening because with all the talk about
Well, you're a prophet.
Well, no, I'm just the stuff that
I
you
assumed
had
it would
talked
be
about.
slow. It's just
Solar Liquid, welcome to the chat.
Great.
Thanks for joining
Hey.
us.
I was just saying, for as much as we talked about it leading up to it, and that you would see all the different individual things, like him grabbing something and putting it into his bag every single time.
I'm not talking about that though.
I
I'm
just-
talking about the
even
movement.
just the pace of the game.
the way he
itself is
walks
just-
and the way he ramps up. And,
Walks
like,
like a cowboy.
and
It's
you
just so
can't
slow.
ride a horse through town.
no,
Oh, gosh.
You're
not
gonna
unless you
hit
want a
somebody.
so
bounty.
many times I have gotten in trouble doing that.
It's the crazy thing is even when you just
Even walking in town, I've gotten a bounty because I bumped into somebody.
yeah.
Were you walking or were you running?
I guess
Walking.
you don't get a bounty for that if you.
If you're running, if you have a bounty and if you're running in town, you get attention, and so
Yeah.
they're like, "Hey, that
I
guy's
was trying
got a
to walk
bounty."
around someone who was standing in front of the door. I was trying to go into the saloon, and he just got mad at me. And all of a sudden, I had a $15 bounty as I'm trying to get my horse and get out of town.
I think the thing was it was if you bump into somebody and the cop and they get upset and the cops
And
show
you
up,
don't leave.
They'll
Yeah, yeah.
they'll be like, "Hey, get out of here," and then you can
Yeah.
leave, and then there's no bounty. But if you trample someone with your horse and kill them, yeah, then you.
I guess I haven't.
then it's murder.
I haven't run into any issues riding through town with my horse or running into people and getting a bounty. I'm usually just too busy killing people that causes that in and of itself.
You're just killing people in the game.
So if you
Constantly having a bounty.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
so
no,
you're
I'm
playing this total outlaw, like you went to the dark side.
No, not entirely. I've found that there are a lot of situations that I've run into, though, the further into the game that I'm getting, that I'm like, I want to be an outlaw because that's what my character's supposed to be, right? So I shouldn't be right in the middle of this.
I did it enough to get the achievement.
What achievement? To going all the way to the
Yeah.
to the full red?
Yeah.
No, I'm
Wait,
like at,
I saw you had that achievement. You did it by going full evil?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
But now I'm redeeming myself, which
I just got it
is fitting.
tonight for going fully good.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
fully
so
good.
pansy
Man, I
of
feel
you.
like there's some
So
fun stuff that
pansy.
you miss out on being
If
the
anything-
full
harder.
good.
If-
It's
I was gonna
harder to
say
go
it's
that
way
way.
I
harder to
understand
go
it's
good.
way harder,
To
but
go
I
good.
I-
It's
So
so
the pansy way is the evil way.
You
Yeah.
can go. You can get high marks going up just by giving people money, or
You can get
helping
higher
them
marks
out when
going
they're on the
down.
side
Just
of
by
the road.
killing
Just
horses.
by killing everything.
and killing horses.
Yes, killing
and-
horses is.
I feel
very-
terrible every time I kill a horse. Like,
Oh, if they have
have
a
only
saddle
killed-
on them, it's the easiest way to
if
check
it's
the
my
saddle.
horse,
I know. But
Okay, that's not true. I've killed like 2, but one of them was I shot one. The second one's there was an exploding thing. And it
I've
sort
killed
of
so many
exploded.
horses, so many horses.
I generally just shoot. The
I've
people
not.
with my-
I think that the most horses that I've killed is when I've run into them with my own horse unintentionally.
Oh yeah, I don't.
when I've been getting chased by the law, sometimes it's easier to shoot the horse than to shoot the lawman.
I'm like the
Same.
middle on the evil side, so I'm not like full evil, but I've found that I'm enjoying myself more with that threshold of wandering up to a camp and people are gonna like start shooting off their mouth, and I'm like, nope, I ain't got time for you.
It is. It
I-
is really hard for me to resist. Every
Yeah.
time the people are just like, you should get out of here. You're scum. And I'm just like, I just want to beat the crap out of this person.
And what you do is you save your game, and then you just go
Kill 'em all.
full on the entire town. I'm pretty sure I've done that in every town.
I did
Save the
I
game,
Did,
then
That's
saw how
kinda
long I could
scary.
live,
I did
and
kill
then revert the
somebody
game.
that was of like moderate importance, just to see if they would stay dead. They were just somebody that would talk to you in a town. I won't say anything, but yeah, I killed them because I was just like, I wonder if I kill them, will they not show up anymore? And I don't think I've seen them. I haven't really thought about it since then though.
I
so-
killed a trapper, and the trapper came back.
Well, he's a shop person. Though.
I know, but I killed him.
I don't think
I
they
would've
would be
thought they
so
would've closed
punishing
it off.
as to not let you buy things anymore. That would be horrible.
I do like going into a store after you've already robbed them. Then they're like, I know you. You better get out of here or spend some money.
I robbed
They're just
I
like-
robbed this one store. It was so funny, and I whacked the guy in the head to knock him out after. And I came back in, and he had this bandage on his head.
Nice.
So, he was so mad at me, but he was just like, yeah, spend money or leave.
Yeah.
The fun thing that I'm finding with some of this is that you just can get stuff without paying for things. Like I ran into this guy in the middle of the like he's standing on this vista looking around, and he's got a treasure map, and he's like, I'm leaving the country.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, I'll give it to you here for $10. And I'm like, it pops up with the option to rob, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not giving you the $10. I'll probably need to pay off
me
a
the
bounty. So just give me the map now, and let's just call it a day. And that's pretty much what Arthur says when I press the button. And I take the map, and he goes running off, and I'm like, this is an
There was
interesting way
one
to
where
play
I
the game.
negotiated him down.
Yeah, I did that.
I've done
Yeah.
I've
That
done
was the
stuff
map
like that
one.
before.
Was that what it
I
was?
had one where I ran into a guy that was doing like one of those shooting contests.
Oh yeah.
And I lost. And then he's like, double or nothing. See who can shoot the most birds down in the next 30 seconds.
Those are
I didn't hit a single bird. He's like, all right, we'll pay up the $10.
Why
and
don't
I'm
you
like,
just use
nope.
Deadeye?
because
Yeah.
I'd run out of Deadeye
Oh.
trying to
Yeah.
do other stuff and had not like replenished it. And I
I'm-
was already in the middle of the
The thing.
I'm
thing,
fairly
yeah.
sure before I realized that was a betting opportunity. I'm fairly sure I killed 3 or 4 of those guys under underpasses because they had their gun out and they were shooting, so I shot back.
You
Jeremy shoots
you
and then asks
lunatic.
questions later.
They weren't shooting at bottles.
Didn't matter. I looted them.
I am.
Jeremy plays this game so crazily. It's like
don't
it's
understand.
upsetting, and it's like
Why
I
is
just
it
have
upsetting?
I just have to sit back and be like bite my tongue because I'm just like so annoyed at the way you play this game.
But
It
that's
it is
who the character is.
No, it's not.
No.
He's a psychopath killer.
he just murders
No.
everything.
I
Like,
mean,
Have you read any of the journal stuff? The journal stuff is really
he's
cool.
super talented. He's a
He's-
good
he's-
writer
he's
and
very
a good
talented.
artist.
He's also like I don't know. He writes a lot of his feelings about different things that you do in there, and I really like how they do that because then it.
Well, you sit down with the other,
Gives him
like
depth.
you'll sit down with the character at the camp, and he'll like pretty much confess his sins. He's like, "Well, I don't know. I've just been like, I don't know. Things have just been crazy. I've been killing innocent people and robbing them from them, and I just don't." And then they'll be like, "Well, Arthur, you know you're better than that. And
you're a
he's-
good man,
he's
on,
just
you know,
like,
on the
"Well,
inside.
You know, I know, but it's just sometimes, and I get carried away, and I just.
All right, I gotta go rob a stagecoach.
I'm gonna. All right, well, I'll see you later. I'm not. And every time you do something nice for someone out in the world, they're always like, "Well, you're a gentleman, sir." And he's like, "Oh well, I don't know about that. I wouldn't call myself a gentleman. I'm just."
I'm a bad man.
good day.
Yeah, I know. It's just like. But I the further I am in the game, Arthur has got to be. I think he might be my favorite video game character of all time.
Oh,
like
really nice.
his story progression is incredible in this game.
I love
Like,
the story.
The
I really
story
do.
it is Rockstar's best written story ever, hands
Oh,
down.
and that's
They have written a masterpiece when it comes to story.
I
It is-
love that
it
it's
is-
not linear either. So, not to talk specifically about story content, but there are opportunities to get more of the story that you will only get if you don't advance the main plot line.
Right. So that's the thing is that I learned that the hard way is because there's the white dots and the yellow dots.
Yeah.
And
White
if you-
dots disappear
and
if you do the
if
yellow.
you progress I've done it because I'm just like sometimes I get so caught up in the story
Yeah.
missions,
I
and
just
then
wanna
I'm
keep
like,
going.
oh no, and then I'll see the next chapter, and I'll be like, I just lost all of that other
And
story.
some of
and
the
I'm just
yellow
like,
ones
oh, it's painful.
don't show up unless you do a white one.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
true. I've ran
Yep.
into that. Yeah. So it's a crazy thing where it really encourages you to do the side quests, and they don't feel as much as like main and side. There's a few where there's a photographer guy, and then there's like a couple that feel very side questy.
I did like
but
the photographer ones just because
it's fine, but it definitely has video game
Oh,
side
it's
quests
definitely-
written
it's-
all
Oh,
over
yeah.
it.
I
Like,
guess the reason I like those is just because of this side of Arthur it reveals. too,
Yeah.
that it's
Well, and
just-
it just reveals more of the world that you're in. That I mean, not everything that you're going to be doing is directly engaged in where the
Yeah, there's depth
where
to him.
Dutch and his crew is going to go and what their next scheme and this or that is. Like, he's literally riding all over the countryside. He's bound to run into different people in different circumstances.
I hate Dutch so much.
I
Just from like his voice.
Dutch
like,
his voice
oh.
is
his
incredible.
voice is
Oh, he's-
awesome.
Yeah, he's great.
He's supposed to be that way, and it's annoying
What do you mean it's supposed
because
to be?
he's this
That's what-
charismatic leader.
and that's what
And I guess maybe I just hate charismatic leaders.
I was
What?
before
Wait,
Red
I
Dead
don't
came
even know
out.
what that means.
I don't.
Before I wanted to, I was
like a
thinking
cult
about writing
leader.
an article that was is John Marston the bad guy of this game? Because I was thinking about it. It was like you're totally gonna get attached to all the people you have to kill in the first one, and it's totally happening too. Because I'm just like all these. I'm like even Javier Escuela. He's kind of cool because
There's
he, like,
only
plays the-
3, wasn't there?
There's
From-
only 3. Bill Williamson, which he's still pretty unlikable just because
Yeah.
he's a jerk.
Bill's a
But
jerk.
Javier
At least he
Escuela-
is the most linear character in the game. Like you know exactly where Bill stands.
He just feels like an idiot most
He
of the
does.
time. Like, I love John in this game. Holy
Oh,
cow!
John's
great.
I had
I
found
love
myself
John in
as
this
soon
game.
as soon as I heard his voice, I was like,
It's just
I
so
want to
right.
be playing him.
I know.
Why am I playing someone
John,
else?
you're so great.
I know, but
I love how much of him there is too.
yeah.
So,
Well, the way they made his look,
with the scars.
like, well, I guess, like, because he's younger, obviously, right?
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
but you get that sense of, oh wow, look how much from here to the first game, linear in time, look at the age like they made him
It's
progress.
a decade
You-
about.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like you just feel every time he does something that you're doing something with him in this game, you're like, is this gonna give me a foreshadowing to what I already know from the first game? Is this gonna, you know what I mean? Like, is this putting this part of his character or the storyline that we remember from the first game into it? And I just keep waiting for when is this gonna happen?
Yeah.
When is like I want those things
I think
in there.
Sorry, I interrupted you, Eric. So you.
No, it's okay. I just Teddy, I had a question for you,
Oh.
Trevor. How many spaceships are in this game?
That'd
be a spoiler.
It's a surprise.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just kidding.
There was weird alien stuff in the last one, wasn't there? Something like, or was that? Am I
was
thinking of GTA?
Bigfoot stuff.
yeah.
I don't know that there was alien stuff.
Yeah, I think that was GTA.
There is so much in this game, and I even have like my own theories, but I'm scared that like they might be spoilers just because they might be true, and I don't want someone to like to tell me
Yeah.
yes, that's true,
Yeah.
and like.
I'm
But
not
I'm
telling
not. I'm
you.
not nearly as far as at least you two are. I don't know how far
well, if
you
Jeremy's
are.
on the
Trevor.
epilogue already. Holy
Yeah.
crap, he's done with the game. So it's like
I think I'm probably not as far as Eric. So,
Yeah.
well, I
Okay.
definitely know I'm not as far as Eric. Then.
Okay.
Ronan said he already beat the game.
I'm
Yeah.
curious as to how much. I mean, I'm sure that there will be more that will be revealed, but just like even more of Marston's background and like what caused everything that basically sets up what happened in the first game.
well, that's
kind of-
actually explored in
They
Red
tell you,
Dead
yeah,
Redemption.
they tell you about that. Yeah.
A
That's
little,
in the-
but I mean, like there's enough about like the
Because
backstory.
they talk about a bank heist. They talk
Yeah.
about that stuff in the first game somewhat.
Yeah. Well, and I think they say the reason why he left too.
Yeah.
Did they?
Which I won't say anything. Just
I don't remember.
'cause then you can have it.
It was so long ago that
Yeah,
I don't
they-
remember.
Yeah,
They do.
I will say the only reason I know is because I researched because I was going to write that thing about John being the bad guy of this game.
Gotcha.
But that kind of pulled it off because it's just different ways and things. So yeah.
Hey, Tia versus Gaming, thank you for joining us. And that's right, we are four dudes all sitting in a bathtub squished
Together.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
but,
it's a
you
wood
know,
tub.
It's a it's an old timey.
It floats that way.
Yeah.
But I think they do such a good job of not giving away any of Arthur's story in the beginning, and they still are very tight-fisted with his background. But what's cool is like, man, if you get an opportunity when you're riding a horse next to somebody to pull that left trigger and talk to them,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
there are a bunch of moments that, well, no, I mean, I'm saying like there are a bunch of moments that he will start to reveal his backstory in those moments. So like there was because I mean there's one time where I was talking to someone and he starts talking about his history and stuff, and I'm just like, I did not expect this at
Is
all.
that when he
yeah.
was a boy and all kinds of stuff?
Yeah, that's not what I'm thinking, but it doesn't matter.
but
It's
I'm-
just, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can.
You learn about the
glean from that.
characters in missions if you're riding with them by holding the left trigger, because they know that you're going to be riding for a long time, so why not put that story in there as they're riding towards stuff?
But if you go too fast, you'll lose out on it. Like it'll be like, oh, enough of that, and you'll just get into the next.
Well,
So
but I guess
sometimes
what I'm
going too
talking
quickly, you'll
about
lose
is
that
a lot.
content.
It depends on what you're doing, because there are some dialogue stuff that's automatic, like it just
Yeah.
happens, and then that's not a point where you can pull the trigger and
Oh,
talk.
yeah.
Like that's just.
But
the
then
way that-
after that ends,
well,
and then you
yeah,
can-
but I mean, not even. There's just. I guess what I'm trying to say is there's different. Like you just got to be aware of it, because it'll kind of intermix. Like you'll think you're having like just an automated conversation, but then it'll want you to prompt it to go further, and like
Right.
It's just kind of weird because you don't always see it, but.
because sometimes it gives you like two different options of what you're going to ask
Right,
them,
yeah.
and you're like, I know I'm not going to get the answer to the other one, so because it just carries on the conversation like it would.
I like how Ronan says, I got used to my Arthur, and then I saw Trevor's Arthur, and I was pretty confused.
Yeah.
I even, looking at this
It's-
picture that
yeah.
Kuipers has up of
It
the
is not my
trailer
Arthur.
That
Oh,
is
yeah.
not
Like-
my Arthur.
clean-shaven, short-haired
Yeah.
Arthur looks way too young and normal.
Not my Arthur.
Hashtag not my Arthur.
Let's
Yeah.
go down and say what everybody's kind of got going
For your character,
for like
There-
facial
I
hair.
have
mine's
not.
changed significantly.
I have not
through the
cut
course of
my
the game.
hair at all through the game, so I haven't sat down in a barber shop.
Yeah.
I've got, I think, a 4 or a 5 for the chin and the sides, and I think I've got a 7 for the mustache.
Jeez.
Because I'm
Holy
going
cow.
for like the really long mustache and like a 3 or 4 for the rest of the beard, just to see what that would look like. That's kind of what I've been aiming at, and if the mustache hit the point that I now have to use the tonic to get it to grow any further.
Because
don't
it
even know if
stops
I-
growing naturally.
I think at like 6
some-
or
yeah.
5 or
What?
6.
No.
6.
Yeah.
It's 5 or 6.
No.
Yeah.
You can't hit the top
Yeah, it
without
does.
tonic.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It'll pop up in
I'm
the
at
corner.
9, and I haven't drank any tonic. I don't know what you're talking about.
For your beard.
I haven't. No, but
Check
my
your
mustache,
mustache.
is 9 too.
I thought it didn't even get to 9.
Oh, is it separate? Because whenever I go
Yeah.
to trim my beard,
They have their own length.
It's all together though. When you do the all together, it just goes up to 10. So I
Yeah,
guess
they
I'm
all-
just.
they
yeah,
all have
but
a
if you
different
go
length, but-
independent, they have different lengths.
Oh, because I knew the hair did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that it
But
it
yeah,
caps
it said
it.
after like a certain point,
Yeah.
it says your hair will no longer, or your hair and facial hair will no longer grow any further without taking
Hair
hair
tonic.
tonic.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
my hair's capped out at 7, and I didn't take any tonic. I just let it grow.
I
don't know, man.
I don't know. Maybe,
That's what-
I don't know.
I just know I didn't know the tonic even existed until I saw that pop up in the
Yeah.
corner that says.
Is it
hey,
like a
you-
tonic that does something else to you too?
It's,
or-
not
it's
just
just
makes
listed
your
as hair
hair-
tonic.
No, I have not taken hair tonic, and I'm max like I haven't touched my hair or my facial hair. My beard's at a 9, and my hair is at a 7, which is the max that it says. And I haven't drank any tonics or anything, so I don't know what that means. I guess I'm just saying I didn't even run across that prompt. I may have seen it and ignored it or something, but I didn't even.
You probably missed it. Yeah.
But does it go past 7? Is what they're saying?
I
Because it doesn't. The meter
No,
only
I
goes
don't.
up to
I don't
7.
think you can get 10 on your beard without it. I'm
Yeah.
fairly sure that's the case.
yeah.
I'm not sure about your hair length. Now I want to go.
And
check.
maybe I got the prompt because the hair length was at its longest, and it didn't have, it may not have had anything to do with the facial hair, but the hair on the head I hadn't cut at all, and it may have been that
I was
hit that length.
I was just
So many
upset
different
because
haircuts.
there was like a mission where I pretty much got forced to do some grooming
Yeah.
before you do the mission, and I was like, "No, what are you gonna make me
No.
do?" And I went in and I cut the one down on my hair. That was all I did, and they're like, "Oh, you look much better." And I was like, "I already look different now. I still have a beard that goes down this big. It's like this now.
Still look
My
like
beard
a
is like
mountain
this
man.
beard. Like it is." It's incredible how fluffy and long it is too.
Yeah.
It's like so you're telling me even if I wait this game out, I'm gonna have to have a tonic to get my beard to
fairly
10.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you just drink one.
Just
I don't
drink
know where
one.
to get one.
I don't know where you
Stores?
get it either.
The
honestly.
stores.
Did you
Yeah.
upgrade your?
The
Did
markets.
you upgrade any of the? There's something that you upgrade with Arthur's
I
cabin or
upgraded
something
my
that
camp
gives
is
you.
my camp is maxed out. I did everything on the camp.
Then you should be able
You
to
should
find
have
some.
it in
There's
in the
camp.
something on a
Actually,
table or something.
Maybe I inadvertently. Are you sure it doesn't give you another perk? Like maybe I drank some.
I don't know.
doesn't.
There are
Could
there
be.
are
I don't know.
drinks for every single one of your three
Yeah,
different
I know
things.
because you have your core.
But it's
your-
funny. I never used those, and then I had a bunch of them, and I was like, "Oh, what do these do?" And they were like, "You've already hit your max for that." And I'm just like, "Great, now I can't use these
Your max for what?
for like your Deadeye and."
Oh well, those are just to upgrade it, but you still use them for when heal yourself, right? Or no?
No, there's specific.
Yeah,
there's a
that-
specific tonic for each of those that is only for progression of that
Yeah.
Okay.
thing.
We've got an answer here from IGN.
Okay.
If you take it, it doubles the rate of growth for hair. It apparently can be stacked, meaning if you consume 2 at a time, it'll
Holy
increase
cow.
your growth by 4 times.
That would make
Your hair
sense.
and facial hair will only grow to a natural length of 7 on the scale at your shaving station or at the barber's. But the hair tonic can increase your beard's growth up to 10. Levels 8 and 9 take roughly 2 weeks to reach with 1 dose of tonic each, while reaching a level 10 beard will take roughly 3 weeks of in-game time.
But with the tonic.
So you
With
had to
the
have taken
tonic.
it at some
Weeks.
point.
Holy cow.
Yeah, if your beard is at a 9, you had to have taken tonic at some point.
Yeah, you may not have
Jeez.
realized it though, because
Yeah.
it's just it's easy to miss.
I've got to look at that because I
Yeah.
don't remember taking it. But anyways, I did not try to make Arthur look classy. He's
Mine-
a rough cowboy hairy man.
Mine goes between classy and more rough.
Mm.
I've been just using just kind of a short mustache and short hair. I don't know. Yeah, I watched Tombstone right before I started playing it, so I've kind of been going a little bit Tombstone. I've got a purple jacket on right now, which is weird because purple's not usually my color, but It looks good. It's got the nice tails on it. And it's just I don't know.
As soon as I
I
could get
bought-
a top hat, I wore
A
that
top
for a long
I know.
time.
I saw you wore a
Jeez.
top hat, and I'm like, you play this game so badly.
I even you're gonna love this because you're not. Before I could buy one, I saw a guy with a white one, and so I killed him and took it.
You realize this is a cowboy game, right?
But
Yeah.
I also have
Wide
a bear
brims.
hat. I mean,
Although I
you
did
know.
see Kyle post a picture of him wearing a bowler hat, and I was
Yeah.
upset
Yeah,
at
bowler
that.
hat.
Well, no, but see, that's
I was like,
no. Hang on, I bought the bowler hat because I was in the nice city pants. It was supposed to be my dressed up look that I have for him.
Okay.
That I think because I have
Just
been
don't
watching.
wear a hat then.
Well, no, see, it's because I've been watching. What is the now? I can't think of the name of
Deadwood.
it. Deadwood. He got that tombstone stuck in my head. Deadwood. I've been watching Deadwood, and I'm like trying to dress like I would imagine E.B. Farnham trying to dress, which is just ridiculous. Thinking that he looks good, but he really doesn't.
Okay.
So
I'm disappointed. There are certain hats you cannot buy, and you cannot keep if you pick them up.
Yeah.
And so, like, one of them would be a military hat, right?
Well, that would make sense that you can't buy that.
Well, yeah, that you can't buy it, but there's other hats though that you can only find in the world. But once you pick them up once, you have them available all the time, even if
Yeah.
you lose that one. But I love the.
Like you
The-
mean like
the-
the small like kind of
It's
Confederate
no,
ones?
not that one. Although I had that one for a while. No, I'm talking about it's a cowboy hat, but it's the people in the fort have it. So it's like
It's an army hat. It's
Yeah.
a military hat.
yeah, but it's a military cowboy hat.
Okay, we spent way too much time talking about clothing and beards.
I have a red shirt on too.
I'm just saying, like, we are done with the show, and we spent
I've-
most of our Red Dead time
Holy
talking
cow.
about apparel.
Wow.
But
Well, you
it's
said
so
we couldn't talk
cool.
about all the story and all the cool parts.
Well, there's cool parts that don't involve the story.
I did.
Clothing.
I'll mention real quick. I love how the guns work. I love that you have single action triggers to where you have to pull back the hammer, and then fire. And I love that.
I
they
love
have
that
the
certain
double
guns
action one.
act differently in Deadeye.
Yeah.
have you guys gotten a lot of guns that you have stolen from different places?
I
Like,
usually buy
wandering
them.
into houses and stuff.
There
Oh,
are
like
some
the
that can
cases?
special ones that can
I
only
got
be,
an achievement that was a very rare one because I have gotten them out of several different cases, and it said that I'd reached what my max was for those or whatever. One of them was this house that this old lady's like hacking up a lung in, and I basically robbed her blind, and I didn't feel
man.
bad
You
about
robbed
it.
an old lady?
Yeah, because she
Some of
started
those-
threatening and saying that her people were coming after me, and I was like, nope,
Oh, in that case.
they're not coming after me.
some of those non-story based
Just shut up, you old bag.
locations on the map can be freaky.
Well, I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like some of that stuff is the best part of the game.
Well, that's-
I
Yeah.
think in a lot of
Yeah.
ways.
And that's
Like,
what I was talking about the other night when I posted that there are some dark corners, because it was after
Yeah.
I had done that. I'm like, man, I just basically murdered this old woman in this house and stole all of the
I
stuff.
mean, you chose to do that.
What
That
about-
wasn't
Yeah.
in the
Did-
game.
You
well,
didn't
no, but I
have
mean,
to
like,
kill the old
it's-
woman.
if you're playing the game and then she's like,
That's
well,
not
I'm gonna,
dark in
no,
the
but,
game, though. I'm
No,
just-
but like you
You're
take
dark,
the gun
obviously.
because you take
Dolphin
the
killer.
gun because it's
he just called you a dolphin killer.
yep. Yeah.
Anyways, what were you?
Well, I was just gonna say, I mean, like you wander into this place and she acts like she knows you, and she's like, "Go throw the stash down in the basement with the rest of it." And you go into this area and you find a semi-automatic shotgun, which I didn't have.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah.
"I'm taking this,"
Well-
and then I'm walking out, and she's like, "That's not yours. Who are you?" And then she's like, "My gang's gonna kill you when they find out about this." And then she like gets up and starts running out the door, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
nope, you're not gonna go tell
You know,
anyone."
I had like this moment down in the swamp where I ran across this house and it just had a father and a son in there. And the father was an alcoholic, obviously, and like they didn't have money for food. I had like a weird like Groundhog's Day moment where I saved before I went in there and I kept replaying it over and over.
Oh, that was smart of you.
because there was so many different ways that it would play out, and it was like, and it was just interesting to find out because like
Yeah.
it was there. The thing is, they hid their money up in the fireplace, and if you didn't threatened the son to ask about something,
You wouldn't know.
you wouldn't know it was there. But and so like I played it all stealthily the first time, but like every time I ended up having to kill
Did you
the
burn
dad.
down the house?
I didn't do that, no. But every time I had to kill the dad. So I finally went in, and the son's unarmed, because he's a little pansy, but the dad's like ready to shoot you. And like, so I walk in there and I just lassoed him immediately. Like they're on the living room having a conversation. I just lasso him and I hog tie him, and the son's over there screaming. Like, I mean, he's an older kid. Like he's not. He's like an older teenager. He's not like a little kid. And like, and the guy's just down there. And it's the best thing because all the other times I killed him, so the guy didn't talk much because he's dead, obviously. But this whole time I'm threatening the kid. He's just over there bad mouthing me. Oh, you big! Why don't you fight me like a man? Like he's just like he don't even he doesn't even care that he's like hogtied. But the and then the shotgun is brutal. Like the fact that you can just decapitate people with that thing, and they pop like cherries. Anyways, we could go on and on and on about this game, and I'm not gonna make this show longer because we're probably gonna talk about it more next week.
Yeah,
so like,
probably.
let's just hold our breath and enjoy what
I
we have.
I won't have finished it by next week. I'm just telling you that now.
Yeah, well,
So we can't go into too much spoilers.
You should play the game.
When's online
I'm
start?
trying to play the game. Man, I'm
They
trying.
wouldn't let you though.
I tried last night,
Do they have
and
a
it wouldn't
release for
let me.
that? For
They said
online?
November. but who
I
knows?
assume later in the month, and that's
But-
still for just the beta.
Yeah.
Though, so
Yeah.
No, there is a lot in this game. It
Yeah.
is a good time. It's a feat in a lot of ways. I mean, I would like to have. I would like to maybe next week we can dive into some more of my criticisms of the game because I don't want to be I'm not negative on it, but I just feel like there are certain things in the game that are like, hey, this is it's like I feel like it. I don't know. I think my biggest nitpick is like almost every story mission ends in this big gun battle. Like that's just every story mission practically, and I'm just like,
Well, you're an outlaw.
I wish that there could.
You got to
be
get
some-
away at some
Yeah.
point.
I know,
clean,
but
you
it's
know?
just this big gun battle where you're killing tons of people, and
there
then
was one mission that I really, really appreciated that I'll just say it involves fishing. That was really, really cool,
yeah.
and I loved that. So,
I know what one you're talking about. I think.
yeah.
All right, everybody.
Maybe.
But before we go, I don't think we have any voicemails or emails. But if you want to call us, you can leave us a voicemail at 475-TUB-CALL. You can also send us an email to theloop@minuteatub.com. If there's something you'd like to talk to us about, we will do that within reason. But before we go, we cannot forget about the lovely Patreon peeps. That is all the lovely individuals at the co-producer level or higher. That means that they donate $10 each and every month or more. From their bank to our bank. They help us do this show, and you could too. You too?
Yeah, you too.
Good. That's what I meant to say.
Good.
Or you could too.
Or you too, if you're out there listening. Please,
Bono. Throw us a couple of Bonos.
Give us some money. But yes, you could go to patreon.com/minuteatub and subscribe at any amount that you can, that you want to, or that you're able to. We would greatly appreciate it. But yes, that's all we have for you. Thank you, patrons. And also special thanks to everybody who participated in Extra Life and donated money. We surpassed our goal. If you only watched the stream, we ended at $710, but we got more donations throughout the week after that, and we capped it out at $850.
Yes.
So we
250 over our goal that we started with.
And I'm gonna go ahead and say 350 because
Well,
I feel
right.
like
Or-
our initial goal was 500.
Our
we
initial
upped
goal
it,
was
so
500.
Yeah.
We upped it before the stream because we were
Almost
very
there.
close.
we were doing well.
So the fact that we hit 850 was amazing.
Yeah. No, thanks everybody. Appreciate all your support and sticking around. It's just like we tweeted it out earlier in case you missed that tweet though and you're just listening to it. We posted all of the archive on YouTube now, so you can go to youtube.com/minuteatub. Make sure you subscribe and then check out any of the segments that you missed. It's all split up into 11 easily digestible videos of all 24 hours are right there.
Watch Nathan be a good cowboy.
Yeah, that's right. He tries.
Oh, gosh. That's
Uh,
so good. So.
All right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night for the Tubcast, where we will be discussing something,
Kuiper's dating life.
probably. Love y'all. Go play some Red Dead.
If you
Enjoy
can.
it. I mean, if you can't,
On Xbox.
I mean, there's 2 good games out right now. So if you can't play that, go play Quiet Man. See you guys tomorrow.
Quiet, man.
I was wondering what you were talking